This is a channeled message in light language activation about transcending money scarcity and rewiring your mind around money. There is something we'd like to bring up, to plant a seed. We're going to discuss something that may seem a little bit out of left field for us, and that's the subject of money. We're going to talk about this from a bigger picture perspective at first, taking the long arc. In your system, in your world, so much is controlled by money. But money is, in a sense, not real. Money truly is only energy. It's nothing but energy. And even the way that money is transacted now in your world has largely gotten away from having physical money. Money is mostly digital, which is a sign that the consciousness around money is actually taking a step forward in some way, because it now grounds the idea into your collective reality that money is first and foremost energy. You all just made it up. It's a system. You may look at money as a control system, but we encourage you to look at it as a fleeting thing, meaning that the system of money itself will eventually go away. Why are we saying this now? Because most people, when they think of the idea of money, one of the first things that comes up, consciously or unconsciously, is the idea of limitation. Money is often associated with limitation. Do you have enough money? How do you get more money? Are you concerned about money? You need to get more money to fund your life, pay your bills, to advance yourself in the world. So the number one reason why we are bringing this up is to encourage all of you to first examine your own thinking around money and bring up any unconscious beliefs you have around money. This isn't something you need to do all at once, but notice in your own thinking, in your own thought patterns, in your own speech, how you associate the idea of money with limitation. And just bring this more fully into your awareness. Simply pay attention to your own thoughts and your own speech patterns and your own associations with money without judgment. And yes, you may say the money system is corrupt. And this may very well be true. And in many ways, it is true. But that's a very disempowering way to look at it that plays into victim thinking. You may have some justifiable anger about money, the lack of it, anger about the money system, and what it takes to acquire enough money to do the things you want to do, to meet your needs. But we want to assist in helping you with a rewiring, a reformulation of how you view money. Money is something that humans often put on a pedestal, almost worship it. We're not saying that any of you actually worship money. We are just pointing out that money is very elevated in your society as a concept. Money is something that's thought of as being limited and difficult to attain. Take that money, the concept of money itself, and take it off the pedestal. Take the concept of money and put this concept of money on the ground, metaphorically speaking. Put it on the ground at your feet, figuratively. Do this now in your mind. And notice what feelings come up in you as you do this, as you take money off the pedestal and put it on the ground before you. We're using this as an exercise to help reveal something. Do you associate money with doing something you don't want to do in order to attain the money? Do you think of money and limitation as being synonymous? What is all this really all about? What is this message we're giving you all about? We are working with you here to help you learn to think of money in not a three-dimensional way anymore, to look at money from a higher vibrational perspective, to see it as simply energy. And energy is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. This energy that you call money is a resource. It is a resource that you are worthy of attaining and having. What is it that you really want when you want money? What is it that you really want when you want money? Most people, when they want money, what they actually want is freedom. They want to be empowered. They want independence, to not be controlled, to maybe even have some luxuries in your life, to have the ability to treat yourself to experiences. There will come a time in human history when the money structure will dissolve and will no longer be a part of your lives. This may seem hard to fathom, and it's not something that's going to happen anytime soon. But some of you here that are listening to this now will experience the structure of money going through its process of the very slow dissolution of that kind of system during the course of your lifetimes. We encourage you to look for all the ways, to become more aware of all the ways that you connect the idea of money with scarcity in your minds. Look for the ways in which you connect the idea of money with scarcity in your own minds. There's a deeper lesson here. There's a much deeper lesson here. Now we're going to put a lot into your field with light language, because all these words we've spoken are very triggering to most humans, because there's a lot of conditioning around money. It's very built into your society, and it's part of the collective unconscious. But why is it that you can have all the money and resources that you need in abundance and have even more than you thought were possible when you are aligned? When you believe that you're worthy of it. It can allow you the freedom and independence that you seek. It can allow you to, in a sense, transcend the structure, because that's the dream of many, to have enough money to transcend the system, to no longer be beholden to the system, because you have, in a sense, found your way out of it. To have enough so that you do not have to worry. So let this be an exercise over the next 7 days. Simply observe yourself, observe your thoughts around money, observe your own language around money, and observe your own body, your own physical reactions around money. Anytime the idea comes up, anytime you think about money, anytime you have a transaction in your life involving money, just simply observe yourself and notice what comes up. And we encourage you to talk about this amongst yourselves, to see what your own experiences are when you simply observe yourself without judgment all around the subject of money, in your thoughts, feelings, in your body, in your actions, and in your language. Notice where there is fear. And ask yourself a question if fear comes up around money. What is this really all about? Is this fear that I think is about money really about something deeper? In your society, the idea of money and worthiness become intertwined. Oya pakashia pakakakoya pakashia pakakakoya pakashia papapa. And as always, as you're observing yourself, as you're observing your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, and your body, and your actions and your language around money, interpret it all back through your heart center, through your heart chakra in the center of your chest. For this will help you filter through it and interpret more clearly where your feelings come from, where your conditioning comes from. And this matters a lot. This will help you discern the truth. In order to transcend the money system, you must become fully aware of your own subconscious patterns around it. This is the first step. We're also going to invite you to set the intention, if you're comfortable, to tune into your ancestors that have healed, that are on the other side, that have passed on, that wish to help you in this area to heal your own wounds around this whole subject. These loved ones wish to support you and honor you. They have great empathy for your human experience and wish to assist you. For no one is lost, they're available to you. This will help you maximize being able to receive the energy flow. Allow yourself to fully receive, for this is not a luxury but a birthright, a healthy entitlement. You are entitled to receive. Allow yourself to receive. It's a necessary part of your experience. And don't forget to ground. We're going to close with a blessing and light language activation that will help you. Oya pakashia pakakakakoya pakashia pakashia pakakakaya kakakaya. Koya pakatakia kakakoya pakakakoya pakashia pakakaka. Haya papapapapakashisha kakakaya papapopoya kashisha kakaka. Haya oya pakakakaya kaka. Oye pakatia katakakachia kakakoya pakashio kashkoya kakakoya 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 kashia pakashia kashia kakaka. Shi kachukachua pakashia pakakaka kokoya pakashia 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 kakakakaya pakakoya pakashia kaka. Doy pakashia 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 kakakakaya pakashkoya pakaya kakakaya pakoya pakashkishkaka. Goya pakashkishka kakaka pakashkishka kaya pakashkoshkoya pakashia pakashkakaka. Oya pakashia pakashia pakashkakaya pakashkishka kakaya papoya kashkishka kakaya. Haya papoya pakashi pakashka kapoya pakashia pakashkishka ka. Haya papoya kataki kakaka. Kakapua pakashi kashi 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 katakakaya papoya kashi 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 kaka. Hai pakashui shkishkakaka. Hoi pakashui pakashui shkishkakaka. Hai papohoi pakashia pakakakoya pakashia pakashu pakakashi pakashia 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 pakashia. Ah, 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 ah. And with that, we are complete.